And welcome back to the Don't Make This Weird podcast, where I have a half a tank of gas, maybe, and I'm pretty tired.
No, it's a half a tank of gas, a half a pack of smokes, and we got to get to Chicago. Is that
We'll
how
just
it
go to
works?
Chicago, forget all the rest of that. No smoke.
The Blues Brother reference.
I know.
Whatever.
I know. When I was in Chicago, I got to see where
We're
they
going
went
to
through
the
the
split
building.
screen.
Where they went through the building.
Hell yeah.
It was awesome.
That's an amazing movie, by the way.
It is. I agree. They had to shut down the whole where they were driving it. They had to shut everything down.
Wait, wasn't it that they blew through their whole entire movie budget with all the cop cars that they destroyed?
I think so. But I'm not 100%. Anyway, hanging out tonight
Right.
with my co-host Tony.
This guy.
That guy. And then we have a special guest in the studio tonight.
Do finally.
I know you guys have been waiting for a long time for us to have a guest back.
This whole Heather and Tony show is bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Mostly Tony.
Yeah.
We'll keep Heather.
A lot of inboxes
that's
about Tony's like not so
That
great.
freaking bald guy. He's so weird. He smells funny. Like used
Nobody said
Kool-Aid.
that, but
What? Huh?
nobody said you smelled
hi.
funny.
I mean, I try not to smell funny.
They're just like,
Why is it not popping up?
funny. Are you looking? We're on Twitch and YouTube, everybody.
Yes, it's making
not
me twitch.
Facebook right now.
Hey, there we go.
There we go. Okay.
Now it's working.
So,
Just wanted to make
do you
sure.
want to get into the weeks and then introduce our guest?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, you go
was your week?
first.
I don't
No.
want to go first. All right, fine. I'll go first. So, hey, yeah, we did the show. Holy shit. You guys are already chiming in on Twitch. That's why I love you guys.
Nobody's hanging out with me on YouTube.
That's right.
how
Louder
it
Louder
is.
says, howdy, weirdos.
Hello, weirdest.
That's right. He's supposed to be dropping a new Baghead video.
Mm-hmm.
And rumor has it, Baghead now has a girlfriend.
Oh,
Yes. And apparently they've already had a child.
that's pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm going to say it.
Super fast.
It's 2020, so there's some
I guess
weird
so.
shit going on.
Okay. All right.
yeah.
That's good stuff.
So, yeah, and he confirms it by laughing.
Oh,
So,
okay.
anyways, my week has been insane because we did all kinds of crazy stuff. I actually had a recording session Monday instead of doing Suck My Deck.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But, the weekend was amazing. You guys show up always in fine form and fashion for Guitar Fridays. Of course, we did the show Thursday and had a blast.
Yes.
You guys are constantly blowing the chat up. Thank you so much for that. And then Chill Stream, which was really cool because we got some more fans playing Magic the Gathering Arena with me, and it was quite fun. You chimed on for a second.
Nerds.
You're like,
other than me.
Right. Well, I mean, you're a nerd too, so there's that. Sunday did some more pre-production stuff, trying to get it done and get it up and running. And
Yeah.
when you're running all these channels, it's you don't really have time for good quality haircuts.
Oh.
So there's that.
Yeah.
And then the Rule of Cool episode dropped Thursday because we
Today.
played. Yeah, today's Thursday. See, I don't know the days of the week.
But
This
you
is-
should. It's Thursday. It's Don't Make This Weird.
Sure. All right, we'll go
Always.
with that. But so we did Rule of Cool on Tuesday, which was amazing. We went up to level 6. Did we
Yes,
okay,
we're going to
I'm trying
be.
remember.
I think. Yes, we did.
And then what did I do? What did I do yesterday? I don't remember. See, it all blurs together. That's why you guys show up. Do your
Yeah.
thing. So how was your week?
My week has been a very long week. And that's ta-da. That's what I got. No, it's been pretty decent. There's just been a lot going on, and
Right.
with work and all that going on too. I'll be honest with you guys. I am a tired llama. I think I don't even know.
Carl, that
I
kills
feel like that. And I don't, we did kind of have a little conversation about that before getting on here. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's honest. I'm tired. I require probably like 5 naps right now.
Sure.
But for the most part,
That's right.
still doing good.
That's right.
I was able to get back to do Tuesday night for
Yes.
Rule of Cool, and then went back to work, and I've been working.
Don't use them 4-letter words in this studio.
My job is awesome, though. I love my job.
Don't. Just don't.
Work.
Just-
I work at Bronner's. I love my job.
She works at Bonner's but comes into the studio covered in glitter.
Not today.
Right.
I work there.
All I can say is.
But yeah, no. It's been a good week, though. I just don't have enough energy to tell about everything. Oh, goodness. That's
So
fun.
apparently
My
you've got
goodness.
somebody saying hello on the YouTubes.
Peeping in.
Peeping in.
Jackalope Herdmaster
Yes.
is peeping in.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hi, Jackalope
Hello.
Herdmaster.
Thanks for tuning in. Churning in.
Churning.
But yeah, so usually I have a bunch of energy going right now, and we're just like getting into it and ready to go.
Do you want a Red Bull?
No.
How about a Red Bull?
No, I don't do energy drinks. I don't even feel like drinking coffee right now.
What you don't want to be like Sam?
No.
Like Sam just slammed an energy drink and then just proceeded to shout from the mountaintops. I said no mushrooms for the whole
He
episode.
did. It was a rock star, actually.
Yeah, right. That's what it was.
He had a rock star and would not stop saying, I said no mushrooms.
Sam,
Sam from the Mercurials,
Yes.
and Clement's Bakery.
Oh,
and they
God.
also do dog and cat animal boarding.
Yes.
Great all around family.
Wait, is that like waterboarding or?
No.
Okay. I was going to say.
I don't think so.
That's really weird if you're doing cat,
No.
dog, animal waterboarding.
No.
Pretty sure that's illegal. Just
Probably.
saying. Probably should not
Jackalope
do that.
Herdmaster said, I love the llamas with the hat series. LOL. Yeah.
Llamas with a hat. Did I miss something?
Llamas with the hats.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay. You're wearing a hat.
I know. It's that time of year. I'm so excited.
Is it that time of year?
I don't know. It was really hot earlier, but then I was like,
Right.
it's colder out. There's a little chill in the air. It's time to put a hat on.
Yeah, put your pumpkin spice away, all right?
I don't have pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice. Sorry, I always said that growing up. And my brother was like, pick out your pumpkin. I'm like, hey, don't pick on me, man. So I say things weird. That's okay.
Well, at least you
know.
can speak in complete sentences.
I try.
I can count to cheer.
When I can't, though, I change my voice to the uppity bitch voice.
Well, yeah, but see, you actually can speak fluently, though.
I know. That's what really bothers me.
Read like
When that
stereo
happens.
instructions or something.
I probably could,
Yeah.
but I don't want to.
You should totally do like voiceovers in that Karen voice.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Or the weird suburban Stepford wife mom thing.
Yeah. And I feel like I'd have to have like a velour, like matching tracksuit with the word pink on the butt or something. I don't know.
What?
It's not gonna happen
Ew,
though.
gross.
I'm just saying.
Don't forget the fluffy Uggs and like the earmuffs or whatever the hell those things are.
I feel sick.
We don't know anybody that
I don't
looks like that
feel
at
good
all.
I don't feel good anymore. No, that's not gonna happen. But yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much my week.
Yes.
I've been thankful. There's a lot of blessings that have actually happened this week. So a lot of good stuff. Just because I get tired doesn't mean that I'm not counting those blessings. Still very thankful for all that stuff that's been going on in the good direction. You know, shout out to my dad. He's doing much better. Still being held captive at the hospital, but he's doing a lot better. So that's a bonus. And
Is he still trying to flirt with the nurses?
I don't know. I didn't ask him. I didn't ask that because I don't want to know if I'm going to have a stepmom nurse. So
Hey, it's in home health care.
that is like he'd be taken care of, I'm sure, but I don't want to know. At one point in time, are you here yet, Dad? I don't think so. At one point in time, he was like, "Yeah, I could date somebody." Da da da. And I'm like, "No, that's too young. No."
My personal favorite is when we went out to the restaurant and he was talking about.
Oh, there he is. Dang it.
He's talking about his premium membership from RedTube or whatever the hell it was. I'm a platinum member, and I'm like,
So yeah, anyway, Jackalope Herdmaster says, "Oh, your whiny Carl wasn't llamas with hats reference. If not, you should check it out." And also, my dad said, "I booped hello, you guys."
yeah. He's
Well,
a lurker.
hello. I'm not
He's
talking
lurking.
about you anymore, Dad. How's it going?
Totally is.
It's usually when I say something weird, he chimes in, and I'm like,
It's a dick and fart joke. That's what it
Probably
comes down
pretty
to.
much.
He chimes in, I am here, you two.
"Yeah."
So are we done?
Yeah, let's move on.
I mean, I can interrupt your week, and then we can get to our guest if that's all right.
We should probably do that.
Yeah,
I'd
blame it
rather
on you.
talk
I don't know.
with her anyway.
Yeah, she's way more interesting than we are.
Yeah, I agree.
Just saying. Puts on a hell of a concert too. Not gonna lie.
I've heard. I've missed, but I got to see open mic night at Harvest Your Craft
Yes.
and got to participate, which
I was wearing
great.
this shirt yesterday. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that shirt.
We respect your poor decisions.
I like that a lot. Those are still available?
I think so.
Do you know? Yeah. Okay. Go to the Harvest Your Craft. I personally like that they will work with you if you want a specific drink.
Yeah.
I had a chocolate or mocha strawberry coffee, and it was really fantastic. Frappe? Is that what you call them? Okay, yeah, that.
I think I've tortured every one of them with either my milkshake orders or my tea orders.
Or your food order, they made a button just because.
No, they were like, fuck that. We're going to make your own button, and you can just deal with it that way.
I don't blame you.
But it's funny because then all the new girls come in, they're like, there's some weird old guy asking for his button. And yeah, it just gets really weird. And I try not to make it weird. I'm just like, it's okay. You're new. I understand. And then they're just like, he's so weird and bald. I'm like, is Megan or Matt around? I need a responsible adult.
Yeah, that's a good thing. My dad said he's trying to get out of the bed. I feel like I'm tied up. I'm imagining, yeah. It's been
What
pretty rough.
kind of home health care are you dealing with?
He's at the hospital. He's not home.
Well, whatever.
So he's like all
What kind of
wired
hospital
up
is he
and-
in? He's all tied up and everything. Like this is really, really weird. I'm not
Hey,
understanding
the
what's
thing
going on.
is he's better. And
But that's good.
the best thing is we have Ashley K in the studio.
Yes, we do. We're going to Ashley Cake.
So we're going to
Look at that. There we
invite
go.
her.
Look at that.
Welcome in. Sorry you had to listen to all of that. We're glad to have you.
I am so happy to be here.
We're excited.
Yes.
Like I said, we got to listen to you at the Harvest Your Craft and open mic night. And then from there, you've just been going all over the place and playing and singing.
At the farmer's market, too.
Yeah.
With your band.
Yeah,
That's just so freaking cool.
it's been a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
It's been a journey.
What is... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, what is the name of the band?
It's the Christian Graham Band.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So our lead singer, Christian Graham, is a recording contemporary Christian artist.
Oh, okay.
So he is our front man, and I do the acoustic. I do some vocals. I rock a mean tambourine.
I've heard.
And the bruises to prove it.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yep.
I've heard that.
Yeah. I just don't look anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You're like, and when you get to a certain age, you can just get a bruise from anything.
Yeah,
I've
just
come to
thinking
find that
about
out.
it, I'm gonna wake
Yeah,
up tomorrow and have
what
the
did I
bruises
do?
there.
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah.
So my brother is chiming in too. Says, "What's up?"
What's up?
So yeah, it's great to have you on here. Very talented. I'm gonna gush a little bit.
Yay.
Do it.
I love the fact that like you vocal, you write music, and you also play guitar. Like you said, tambourine as well, and you can do all that together.
Yeah.
Which I'm impressed. I'm impressed because just like a vocal thing. That's about it.
I can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
That's true.
I get really screwed up with all of that. So, yeah, the fact that you can do all of that stuff all at one time, which is pretty amazing. So, talk about the songwriting stuff that you do.
Well, this whole music world and realm has been very new to me. I didn't grow up playing music. Nobody in my family does music. So we were just the big athlete sport family. And it wasn't until I met my now husband and he taught me how to do 3 chords on the guitar. And I one day he came home and I said, I wrote a song. And and that's kind of how he looked at me.
Right?
Like, he wrote a song.
Wait a minute.
And I said, yep. And I played the song for him. And then the next day I was sitting in traffic and I wrote another song. And then it's just, it keeps happening. So then as more songs just started, popping in, I figured that I should probably get into some more lessons for playing guitar. Started playing at church. And then that led to just everything that I'm doing now, which is songwriting retreats and playing at more local venues. And I just played last Friday at Frankenmuth for the Frankenmuth Family Fun Night. And I'm getting ready to go back up the end of September to Port Austin for the Songwriters Retreat again, which I'm really looking forward to. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's been wild because this wasn't my life plan. But that's how it happens, right?
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, usually the thing is that people get their plan together and then it takes a little bit longer for it to, happen. But it's reversed. You're definitely doing something different and just continuing with it, which is awesome. Do you have just the writers retreat, or do you have any other shows that are coming up?
Saturday, the band is playing in Bad Axe for a free community event. We're really excited about it. My husband's we're gonna take the whole family up there for it. We are doing Relay for Life in Cairo on September 17th.
Yep.
I will be solo at the farmers market on the 24th, and then we are doing a double set for Cars and Crafts Pumpkin Festival weekend with the band.
Nice.
October 8th. So we've got a really nice September into October. And I'll be playing at Mode's Tavern in Bay City on Thursday, September 29th.
Very cool.
Which I'm really excited about too.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So you have people approaching now for you to continue to keep on getting out there and playing?
No, it's more of I made a deal with myself this year that I was going to try to find, look for the opportunities. Not sit there and wait for everything to happen, that I was going to try to seek and find and put myself out there in a way that I haven't done before. So we were up at Modes for watching some other musicians do a songwriters night, and at the end of the evening I had a flyer for the songwriters retreat, and I asked the owner if we could hang it up, and he goes, "Are you a songwriter?" And I said, "Yes." I'm still working on owning that. And he said, "Do you want to play here?" And I'm like, "Well, sure, can I?" Because I have been told, I didn't have a Facebook page, and
Right.
I didn't have anything, of following, stuff like that. So I did have a guy tell me that he can't book me anywhere, because I lack that.
Right.
So to hear a local business owner say, not know if I was any good or not, say,
Right.
If you have the balls to come and play, then I'm going to let you play.
Yeah.
Right.
And I said, absolutely. And so we're on the books for that. And he said that that's what he wants that place to become, is a place for songwriters and young artists to be able to have a place to play.
That's awesome.
Because we really, there's not very much around here.
Right.
So super grateful to Harvest for, this last year. They have given us such a great, warm, welcoming stage to play on.
Yeah.
And, we love it up there.
It's a great venue to play at. They got the whole courtyard there. It's just nice and open. Plus, they got great drinks and amazing food. So,
Yeah.
what better way to do that? And they have the whole lights thing, which is great, because when it gets dark, the lights come on and you're like, oh, this is very
Yeah, it's been
really
beautiful
nice.
this summer.
nice little ambiance going on there.
Yeah.
Got a couple things over here on YouTube really quick. That would be two mics, actually, two different people. And we are in Michigan, actually.
Nice.
But yeah,
So have you done any studio time or just been doing live shows?
Just live shows. So somebody had recently sat down and asked me, what are my dreams
Right.
as far as this? And I kind of really had to think about it, because none of this is anything that I had ever dreamed of doing.
Right.
My dream was, I'm a culinary graduate. My dream was to travel and cook and, explore different cultures and be in a restaurant like my whole life. Like that was what I wanted. And then God was like, hey, we're still going to let you feed people, but
It's going to be a little different.
it's going to be a little different. So, each thing has just kind of progressed really naturally on its own.
Yeah.
So, actually, I just started taking some vocal lessons from a woman in Pigeon, and
Nice.
she has talked about, she goes, it's really great to get your vocals down on track. It's really great to hear back. It's really cool to see what can be done with an acoustic song, which is something that I haven't had happen yet. So I think that eventually, I'll get there. That'll be the next step. It's just, just one step at a time.
I mean, I know a guy with a studio, so if you're
Yeah.
interested.
Yeah. It's been, again, it's just been wild because this isn't, how do you dream about something that you've never dreamt of before? And even when I started writing this, did I ever think that I would be sitting here in your studio? No. Or, this band thing. This is just, I'm just taking it in, and it's been fun.
Riding the ride.
It has been fun. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, as far as writing songs, so how many are you at now?
I want to say, 50.
Okay. Yeah.
50.
Nice.
Yeah. When I started writing, and it was always, okay, when I've written 5, I'll go share it at church.
Right.
And then I talked myself out of that. I'm like, okay, when I've written 10.
Right.
And then, each thing that I've done, I'm like, okay, when I've written 20 songs, I'll finally go and take the stop. And then, we went from 20 to 30. And I think that I'm somewhere in between the 40 and 50 now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I can definitely see my progression from beginner, my first handful of songs that I've written to some of the stuff that I'm writing now. So it's fun to see it evolve.
Yeah.
And then just the people that I've gotten to meet through like the songwriter retreat in Port Austin, and the people that I've gotten to meet through this musical community.
Yeah.
It's been one of the best parts of this. Like, the music is great and all.
Yeah.
But the people,
Yeah.
it's been
So
it's been amazing.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
It's definitely a different experience, especially when this wasn't the dream that you originally had.
No.
So my question is your husband does play?
Yes. Now he'll tell you that he did his job. So he will tell you that his job was to, he learned to play so he could teach me to play so I can go off and do this. But he sells himself short because he is a very talented guitar player.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love listening to him play.
Do you guys play together at all?
No.
Or does he? No. No. I was kind of wondering that. I'm like, so is that a thing? You guys
No, he's so much better than I. So then I get kind of frustrated and jealous, and I'm like, I can't do that.
Well, now the next time that he's out open mic, I'm totally gonna give him shit and tell him he's got to play.
Oh yeah,
Just saying. Be like, get up there.
get up there. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I just had a question and it completely ran out of my head. Good Lord. Let's go to chat.
Let's go to chat. So go ahead.
Oh, Louder says, awesome writing is so much fun. He actually writes really good songs too. So
All right.
And also Jackalope says, that many songs written, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
there you go.
Thank you. Yeah.
How is your process when you're writing? I mean, I know you said when you're in traffic and whatnot. So do you just come up with your lyrics while you're there, like a tune?
So I went to this songwriters retreat last year, and that was one of the questions in the song circle. Was what do you do? How do you write your songs? And everybody's like, I get up and I write a little every day.
Yeah.
Or the diligentness of it, and I'm just like, I wait for it to pop into my head and then I write it down. And I know that sounds, and probably to a lot of serious songwriters, that sounds silly or wrong, because I have listened to a lot of songwriter podcasts, and I mean they it's their job. They wake up, they write, they eat, they write. Every time up until this point that I sit down with intention to write a song, I can't write. Nothing comes out. I will sit at a blank page for 15, 20, 30 minutes until I give up. Then as soon as an idea will spark, and then I sit down and, I always say that it's already been written and it's just waiting for me to get it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I read a book once that said that, all of the great things, in the universe have already been created. They are just waiting for the correct vessel
Right.
to bring it out.
Yep.
And that was a great way that's how I feel.
Yeah.
With a lot of my songs. They happen so fast that I have no other way to explain it other than they've been written, and they've just been waiting for the pen.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And I think I like to ask that question a lot when we have people come in the studio that are songwriters. And it's because I like to know the difference, because I don't feel like it should be a conventional way to sing and to write, to do whatever, because your creativity depends on when it comes, like with you, when it comes out, Me, I like to steal other people's songs, like their music. That's I write to
Well,
it.
no, see, let me back up a little bit with that, because I'll be working on a piece of music. It's not even done. Just trying to get it out of my head because it's driving me nuts.
Yep.
She comes in and she's like, "Hey, is that anybody's?" And I'm like, "No, it's a piece of music I'm working on." She's like, "Oh, I've already got words written for it."
Dibs.
I'm like,
But you don't disagree.
Well, I
You're
don't.
just like,
You're a hell of a songwriter, so.
So, Brandon's joining. He says, "Hello."
What's up, Brandon, buddy?
But yeah, I like to see the different styles of way that people write. Like, that's what I am. I listen to music and then I'm like, okay, I got something for this. I just don't play music. That's the problem.
She does an instrument.
I try though, because a lot of my guitars are my dad's, so he's listening. At one point in time, I was in your bathroom here and the dryer was going, and I actually wrote a song that way.
That was pretty awesome. Yeah, well, and it's funny too, because there's like a lot of incredible musicians that have been in the studio, and whether we've recorded them or we've interviewed them on the show here, or we've just sat back and watched the magic happen. It's such a cool process because every single musician, every single songwriter does things so vastly different from the next person. But to be part of that, that's why I was like, you know what? Because when I started out the whole process, I'm like, fuck that. I am not paying $10,000 to record in a studio when I can do this stuff myself. Mm-hmm. Here I am, like 25 years later, going, "You're paying me $10,000 to record in the studio." Because that's the thing, is you're not paying because it's a stupid amount of money. You're paying it because that's the person that has the experience that's going to get the sound that you are looking for. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's stupid me.
Wait a minute. So now I have to pay 2 crisp high fives?
3, actually, because you still owe me a crisp high five.
Probably, yeah. I'm sure I do. But yeah, so with the relay coming up, how did you end up getting into doing that one?
My guitar instructor, the wonderful Dee Tibbetts.
Love her.
The director for Relay for Life had reached out to her asking if she had any students that would be interested, and she passed along my number. Dee has been so helpful in this last, I've been going with her for about a year and a half now. Mm-hmm. And just seeing my progress since having lessons with her.
She's an incredible teacher.
Well, and it was just so funny because here I am walking in, mid 30s, mom and wife saying, I've written 30 songs, but I don't know what I'm doing. So she always laughs and she'll say, you're the student I teach backwards.
Right.
And we do.
Yeah.
She'll start talking, octaves and scales and this, and I'm just like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Because this whole, every part of music is new to me.
Yep.
And once this all started, it was like a veil had lifted, and I listened to music differently.
Yeah.
I just sadly found out, a few years ago that every artist doesn't write their own songs.
Nope.
And I felt like I've lived a lot of years, in this web of horrible lies.
It's all lies.
So, but everything, but that's just the best part I think about it is that everything within this is so new.
Yeah.
And I think in a spot where probably culture is telling me or women or moms, like we need to stay in this little bubble.
Right.
Here I'm like, no,
Nope.
I can go and learn and discover and pursue and chase and dream
Absolutely.
and create, and I can do it, with my family too. And you guys have seen the kids. And, I don't know who has more fun with this whole music journey, me or the family. It's been...
Your boys, when they're up there, they're just as much as hams as anybody else that steps on that stage.
Yeah.
And, I love it when the littlest one is sitting on one of the bar stools and just kicking his feet the whole time, singing his little ass off. It's great.
Yep. They love it. And it's been a really rewarding part.
Yeah.
To see the influence, that I'm having with them as well. And I always know when I've written a good song is when they're singing it a few hours later or the next day.
Yeah.
When we're walking through Myers and they're singing, a song, that I wrote, and it's cool.
That's
Heck
awesome.
Yeah.
So they started more getting into music as well now. So you kind of just created that for them as well.
Yeah, I've scolded both of my parents. How dare they not force me to be in band when I was in elementary school, or at any point through my childhood. Because I have learned now how important it is just to have that foundation of being able to read music, to have that in your back pocket. Because let me tell you, 30s trying to learn, I feel really slow.
Join the club.
Like Dee Dee will say, she says, like, you look like a deer in a headlights. And so when I don't even have to tell her that I've had enough for the lesson. She's like, I can just look at you and I know that you're done.
Yeah.
So once I really started getting into this, I knew that I wanted to make it, a part of their childhood.
Yeah.
I do want them to grow up, having music in their lives in that special way.
Yeah.
I love it. When you hear people say, like, yeah, my parents used to have all these artists and musicians come over and they would stay up and everybody would play and sing.
Yeah.
And, they had these fun, diverse, experiences. And that's something that I definitely want to give my children. I want them to be around these artists, these creators, these people that have talents beyond the sports. And I love sports, but there's so much more.
It's so funny you say that because I just caught the Taylor Hawkins tribute concert that Dave Grohl and company put on. And it was so cool because you talk about kids being influenced by parents and music. Well, Wolfgang Van Halen came out on stage and played Hot for Teacher and killed it. Sounded just like his dad, but better because it was the next generation. So when you have a dad like Eddie Van Halen, and then you come out of the gate swinging, because I don't know if you've heard any of the Mammoth record that he put out. Such a great record. Go check it out. But it's Wolfgang Van Halen, his son, carrying on the Van Halen legacy and just writing great music, plus, doing the little hat tip to, hey, Pop, here you go, and playing Hot for Teacher. Like, who doesn't know that song? And yet here you are, teaching your boys, hey, this is what music is. And then they're listening and singing the songs that you write, which is so much fun. So
it has been fun. And it's also, it's fun because I feel like I'm discovering music all over again.
Yeah.
And as I'm discovering it, I go backwards and so all of the old country and the Johnny Cash and the Hank Williams and the Willie Nelson and Loretta and all of those, that pioneered that whole genre and music in general.
The original songwriters.
Yeah. And so that, my kid, my child can sing you Walking After Midnight.
Yeah.
And, they can sing John Denver and, that's what they're growing up around.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take that as a win.
Absolutely.
Because I'm not a huge fan of today's music.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But even like today's music, like I still, we've gotten, my husband and I have really fallen in love with like this Southern rock and these bands. This Whiskey Myers and Blackberry Smoke that we're going to go see them tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great live concert, by the way.
I'm so pumped. So we're seeing all of these, these great musicians, and Whiskey Myers, their songwriting has just been amazing.
Yeah.
Which is how my Whiskey Sunset song got inspired after I saw them in concert, and I came home and I'm like, I want to write a song like that.
Blackberry Smoke does this really cool version of oh God, it's not Can't You See, that's Blackstone's Cherry. It's they do a Southern rock version of Man of Constant Sorrow.
Okay.
And it's so cool. Like you can YouTube it, but it's way cooler to see it live.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully they'll do that.
Yeah, hopefully they'll do it. We're pumped. It's Josh's birthday tomorrow, so that's his.
Well, happy birthday, Josh.
Happy birthday,
Yeah, if you're
honey.
listening. Happy birthday.
What you got?
Jackalope says, if memory serves me correct, bands used to write their own songs. Those days are long gone now.
Yeah, it's so funny because you were talking about today's music, and like two bands that immediately come to mind are Greta Van Fleet, and then you have Alter Bridge, which, I mean, good God, Miles Kennedy, that man just, holy cow. That man can sing and writes incredible music, lyrics for days. And that's when I think of like bands that still do the original thing of writing their own music. Yeah, they'll have co-writers and co-producers and stuff like that, but they bring, for the most part, a finished project to the table. And then people come in that they've worked with very closely and go, how can we polish this to its full potential, as opposed to just, yeah, whatever. We're going to go sit in the studio, do a bunch of rock star things. And when we're done, the producers are writing all the songs and we're calling it a day.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's something that I'm hoping to transition to. This band that we have now put together, it's gone through a couple transitions over the summer, and we've got this really great group of all local people.
Yeah.
So Seabuine and Caseville and Caro. So and I would really. Our lead we do several of his songs that he has written and recorded that you can stream on Spotify and Apple Music and all of those fun things. And then I'm hoping to get to the point where, we can sit down and that we can start writing as a band. And that's just something that I would personally love to start doing. I've never written with anybody else.
Right.
And the more that I get into songwriting, I hear that it's, these people that write together or these groups. And, that it very rarely now is it like a solo one person thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's something that like I would love to get the opportunity to do because, it's hard to be inside your own head and trying to come up with all, but if somebody can say, well, hey, what if we do it that way? And then,
Yeah.
Let's do it that way.
Right.
So to have somebody to bounce the ideas around on and so that's, a goal.
That's one of your goals that you got going on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really neat to hear, it doesn't matter what age, doesn't matter if you have kids, if you're married, if you have a different career, if it's something that you feel passionate about, like you're proof that you can do all of that and still continue to keep on going. Would you go back to where you were or, change anything?
Luckily I don't think that I have to, only because I am having, God has given me the ways that I can do both, or that I can do everything, or all the things that I'm really passionate and love. So as far, I still get to cook and I still get the opportunity to create in a kitchen, which is just my first love, my first passion.
Right.
I love the kitchen is my therapy. It's my happy place. It's where I go at the end of a long day.
I feel
it's
that.
where I love to start my day. My sink is never empty of dishes, but it's in the best, wonderful way.
Yeah.
And yet I am still having the opportunity to fulfill that. I still get asked through my church to cook for events there. And then, we have, over this last year with open mic night, we have had this great friendship with Matt and Megan who own Harvest.
Love
And,
those guys.
yeah, they're the best. And it's funny because Megan and I have talked because we had crossed paths years ago when she started the Cairo Area Runners Club.
Right.
When I tried to be a runner.
Not a dream of yours anymore, right?
I honestly don't know how Megan does it because I'm too soggy in the midsection.
Because they
And when
look so cool and I want to look so cool too.
Like, it's
And so I tried. But but so it's like when you think about it, like her and I, like we should have crossed paths then.
Right.
And like we did, but like it just, we kind of just carried on our separate ways. Until her and Matt bought Harvest and then they started doing the open mic nights.
Yeah.
And then, we started talking about food and then they presented me with an opportunity to do a pop-up dinner. So we did that in the spring and we sold out and it was amazing. We had live music. Tom Kraus came and did an acoustic set and there was candlelight and wine and 4-course meal and
Something different for Caro for sure.
I
love
and
that.
it was so much fun. And we're hoping to do another one here in October. So I'm still finding ways to do that original passion while I'm still falling in love with this new one.
right.
And that's just been a blessing.
Well, that was my question. Is any of it like bled over into the other part of it where you're cooking and you get an idea or you're playing guitar, writing a song and you go, oh, I want to cook this because this is what it's wanting me. Or this is what I'm thinking of right now.
Well, actually, one of the songs that I have written, actually 2 of the songs that I have written, there is a chalkboard in my kitchen, and I will generally try to put, something uplifting or a scripture or something on it. That way, I can look at it when I'm in my kitchen because that is where I am majority of the time. And one of the scriptures on there, I'm cooking and I'm looking at it and I'm saying it over in my head. And then I just continue saying it over and
Meditating, marinating.
And then it, I'm like, okay, I got to grab a pen. And then it became a song. And then next week's scripture, the same thing.
Nice.
So that's happened twice while I've been cooking in the kitchen and looking at my chalkboard of inspiration. So.
That's so great when you meditate and marinate on those types of things. Because one of the things I love doing is I love cooking dinner while you're playing like jazz.
Yeah.
You got your apron on, you're cooking whatever, you're sweating veggies or you're going through and like doing chicken or whatever. And you just like having the most amazing bottle of wine. And, you're pouring a little bit in the chicken or whatever and just like in that mode. And music is huge in all of that. I'll have to go through and shoot you some of my playlists because I think you'll enjoy it. But what you got, Heather?
Oh, I just Jackalope says I love today's and yesterday's music, although I'm more fond of yesterday's music because of fond memories. And Chaos Gaming says, here late, what band are you in?
I am in the Christian Graham band. GRAMM. GRAMM.
Now, do you guys have a Facebook page?
We do not. So that is something that we are in the works of doing.
Okay.
And so just one step at a time with it. It's been a blast being able to play this summer. And we really are looking forward to, just having the opportunities and to grow as musicians. And I'm learning so much. Once I get over my imposter syndrome, my fraud.
You're a fraud.
Oh yeah. Once they realize and I'm kicked to the curb. But no, I know, each person that I have gotten to meet within this realm of music, I know that there is something that I can learn from everybody. And I know that they all have something that they can teach me.
Right.
And that's just, that's just what I look forward to now the most of any person that I meet that, can play, that can write, that can sing, that can perform, that can, publicly speak. There's so many aspects to being a musician.
Yeah.
And just so much that I can learn from everybody.
Well, point on, you said, get out, support local. That's what it's about, which is funny, brings me to the story of how you and I ran into each other.
Yeah.
And I'd been, following you from the open mic nights and just catching you pretty much everywhere you played live. And I'm like, holy shit, she's really good. And go into the story of what you
well, so it's just, I kept seeing you places and my mind associated you with the lead singer of Disturbed. And I kept seeing you at Harvest, and I'm like, and people kept coming up and talking to you, and I'm like, he must be the man. Like, he's important. Like, people are like, yeah, people were always coming up, shaking your hand and talking to you. And I'm like, who is this guy? For a hot second, I'm like, wait a minute.
I ask myself that question every day. Who is this guy?
Does the lead singer of Disturbed live in Tuscola?
I wish.
And
That
I'm
would
just
be really
the last
cool.
person to know about it. But so then I had made a deal with myself that the next time I saw you, that I would introduce myself.
Yeah.
And so, the next time I saw that Disturbed guy, and I was like, hey, I'm Tony.
Right. Everybody knows me because I'm like a bad penny. I keep turning up.
Are you getting a lot of stuff in YouTube right now?
Yeah.
All right. I am not seeing any of that.
Yeah.
Can we take care of it?
Sure. Working on that.
Okay. Here, let me see. I'll take care of it while you guys are talking.
Yeah. Here, go ahead.
All right.
So, I thought that was really funny because honestly, being local and regional and all that stuff, because I'm everywhere all the time. And people are like, yeah, you look like the Disturbed guy. I'm like, because I have facial hair? Like, he has piercings. That's way cooler. And, well, I don't like holes in my face. So.
Yeah, but so, like, the goatee, it's like you're faking it. You're faking it.
Oh, I'm so
But, and it's just being able to cross paths.
Yes.
With you and meet you, has already led to stuff that's just been so great.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten to meet Heather.
Heather's amazing.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you too.
And because I've gotten to meet Heather and get to know Heather, now I get to bribe her into doing some musical stuff with me.
Right.
And singing and
yeah, bribing is wait, what did you bribe me with? I don't know.
Come to the dark side. We have cookies.
Yeah. I'm trying to fix a thing right now.
Yeah. Do you need it again?
I can't. That's restream, so I can't get into it. I blocked it on mine.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yes, he is, and I can't get into it.
All right,
Sorry,
well.
you guys keep on rolling, rolling.
Well, and that's the really interesting part about a lot of the local stuff and having the opportunity to work with other musicians and so on and so forth. Is that is that coming through?
Yes.
Because like the drummer that you no longer work with, I'm like, dude, I shared the stage with you several times, and now Heather getting the opportunity to do that. She's so much fun to share the stage with.
yeah.
Because everybody's like, hey, she's cute and she can sing, and I'm like, there's hope for us yet because they like you.
Well, can I tell the story?
Yeah, you
for
can.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
So,
Go ahead.
you know, last week I was, you know, cleaning, and you know, it popped into my head of, you know, like, hey, you know, reach out to Tony. You know that Tony has a podcast, and you're looking for ways to get your name out there. You know,
Yeah.
what's the worst that could do? He says no. So, you know, I message you, and you're like, yes, absolutely, which I just, you know, thank you. But so then, you know, when I was in the kitchen later that day, I put my ear pod in, and I was listening to your previous week's episode, which you were talking about how you were about to celebrate 8 years of cancer free. And then you started talking about Relay for Life.
Yeah.
And I was like, it hit me so fast. I'm like, okay, that is why that random idea popped into my head.
Yep.
Because, you know, the band had been booked for Relay for Life. And so, like, no offense to your show, but I stopped your show and I messaged you right away. And I'm like, hey, you know, Heather, our band is playing, and we're supposed to do this uplifting song, you know, before the Survivor ceremony.
Yep.
You know, do you want, you know, please sing this song.
Yeah.
Do this, because it's going to mean so much more coming from you, you know, than from any of us. And you said yes.
I did say it. I
And
would love to do that.
You know, I told Tony, I'm like, I don't, you know, as much as I still want to be on the podcast, I don't have to, because I think that what needed to happen happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I got to hear you say that, because I did not know that you were a cancer survivor. And congratulations.
Thank you.
And that's awesome. And so now I'm pumped that you are going to be a part of you know, that special night, and, you know, be a part of it with us. And
Absolutely.
I think it's going to be great.
I'm honored. Honestly, like, she messaged and I'm like, really? Okay, yeah. Because we actually got to do the open mic night together. Yep. So you're like, okay, she's not bad. Just kidding. But so, I mean, it'll definitely be a great time to celebrate that, and to be able to, the survivor walk is one of the most important things, obviously, for me. But also, one of the things I want to be able to say before we get going is we're going to hold a torch for those that are fighting right now, to be able to walk with us and to be able to conquer whatever battle they're facing, whatever kind of cancer they're facing. So that's something that's an honor to be able to say, hey, you can keep on, you can do this, you know. So I'm honored to be able to sing with you guys.
I am so happy that you said yes, and that you're going to do it. And I just can't wait.
I'm just nervous about what uplifting song it's going to be.
Well, throw it out the chat.
Yeah, if you guys know of any uplifting ones that would be good for Cancer Relay for Life, a survivor walk, that'd be awesome to hear what you guys think. Yeah. So yeah. I'm still trying to fix this.
You're still trying to fix it.
Yeah.
This is the best part about doing shit live, is when we have people that come on in chat. They like to go through and blow stuff up in chat. And then if you're trying to take care of that while still trying to conduct an interview.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. So you're wearing multiple hats.
So our friends that are listening right now on YouTube, I'm going to say, just go ahead and block that person.
Sure.
So you won't have to see the nonsense. That's what I did.
That's right.
So that's why I didn't see it. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, just block and forget. So
pretty much.
yeah. So honestly, though, when you messaged that, I was just like, yeah, absolutely. I would love to be able to do that. And I'm looking forward to it. I know we have a
9 days.
over a week. A little bit over a week.
Yep.
So we got to pull this together. However, for our band that we did for the relay, we got in practice like twice. So
which was funny because it was like the week before, and then we literally did a practice an hour before the set.
Yep.
And then we ended up only playing, what was it, 3 songs?
I think we only did 3 songs because the rain came in before we started,
torrential
and it was
downpour.
so
Good
bad. But it was so funny because everybody was so much taller than me, so they had to hold down the tent, and I'm in the middle just standing there like, I'm dry. I don't know what's wrong with you guys, but I'm dry.
Meanwhile, the rest of us are like drowned rat, which is hilarious because our intern at the time, Nate, is, you know, head and shoulders above all of us. And the way he was holding the canopy part of the tent, it was just like,
Yes. All down his arm. Like,
yeah, you know, when you're holding stuff
Yep.
up and the water's going right down your armpit.
And then they're like, oh, now we're going to pick up instruments that are electric and plugged in. And I'm
Yes.
like, all right, let's do this.
yeah, that was so much
So yeah,
fun.
we ended up only doing 3 songs that time, but no matter what, like it's still so much fun to be able to do something, to be able to bring back to the community for something especially like that. That's really, you know, near and dear to me. So.
Yeah.
Well,
and so many
personally,
people.
I'm excited that you're stepping back on the stage for Relay for Life.
Yeah.
That's just freaking cool. In 8 years, like seriously, give it up, y'all, in chat for Heather.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I do appreciate that. I just like to be able to pass that torch to somebody else that's fighting through it, and to be able to know that there's light. There's light.
Well, and you've come to know a ton of amazing people
Yeah.
with your, you know, your testimony of being a fighter and survivor.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's how Survivor Girl started. Actually, Survivor Girl podcast.
right.
Which now I'm not trying to cut into our time, but now I'm rebranding it because I feel like I'm no longer that survivor part of it. Like I've thrived, I'm there, I've made it, and I'm like, I don't want to live in survival mode anymore. So now I'm just like, all right, let's do this. So honestly, that's going to be like a really good send off for me.
Okay.
So someone really dear to me was like, you don't have to live in survivor mode anymore. I'm like, ouch. Oh, my stomach. I started crying. I'm like, wait, I don't.
No, you don't.
Oh, I don't. You know, ugly cry, all that fun stuff. So yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, that's definitely going to be kind of my like, okay, yeah, I'm moving on to something different now. You know, like you never know where you're going to go.
Yeah.
Honestly. So with that being said, it is the top of the hour.
Oh, you're getting suggestions from chat now.
Oh, Survivor Girl? No, Survivor Girl.
So Thriver.
Survivor Girl. Oh, thank you.
That's right.
Woo. Yeah, something. Well, you know, and one of the big things on that one, and it kind of goes with what you were kind of saying too earlier, is my thing on Survivor Girl is life is best lived. And I feel like that's exactly what you are doing. Following now your new dream, but still doing the passion of your beginning dream. And I think that's just incredible to be able to do that. I know growing up hearing, what do you want to be when you grow up? One thing? That's it? Do I have to be just one? And I don't think that you should. I don't think you should just be one thing. You should be able to do everything that makes you happy without burning yourself out. That's a good message.
Well, Heather likes to, you know, have those insane dreams where she's like, you know what, I'm going to drive an ice cream truck. And I'm like, all right, cool, do your thing.
Don't say that.
And she's like, no, I'm going to drive an ice cream truck to the moon. Might want to talk to Elon Musk about that first.
I probably could. Yo, Elon, let's get this ice cream up there, man.
But I've thought about that a lot over the last, you know, year or two. Is, you know, if I thought about what I first wanted to be when somebody asked me that question, and how many times that has changed. You know, when they ask you that through school, and then when you're sitting there at high school graduation, and at high school graduation, I wanted to be an esthetician. I wanted to be a makeup artist.
Yeah.
Right.
And my older brother, threw a fit because he thought that was a really dumb career. And how dare my mom even, you know, think about letting me pursue that.
Right.
I had went down to Lansing to check out a school there.
Yeah.
You know, I did the Delta thing, and school, it was just always so hard for me. And I just, when I fell in love with cooking, and then the idea of that I could go do this for a living, I would, you know, and it just blew my mind. And my mom and I went and spent a weekend in Chicago. And, you know, I went to high school in Hemlock. So a weekend in Chicago was
It's different, isn't it?
man. We
little
couldn't have, every time we asked people, like, how do we get from here to here? And nobody would talk to us, and people were rude. And I'm just, I didn't think that I could survive that city life. And then somebody said that Traverse City had a culinary program, and I had never been to Traverse City
Beautiful.
before.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and so I went And I drove up there for a day, and I met with the director of the program, and the school is literally right on the bay.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember as soon as I walked out of that building, I called my mom. I said, pack my bags. I'm moving to Traverse City.
Yeah.
I was in Traverse City for almost 5 years, and, you know,
Wow.
I loved it.
That's awesome.
It was amazing. You know, but then I came home, and then I went on a blind date, and then I fell in love, and now here I am in Caro.
Yeah.
Right.
A place that I didn't even know existed. But
Same.
you know, and it's really funny because my husband had told me when I first started, you know, coming out here was, you know, Ashley, this is where dreams go to die.
Oh man.
But we laugh about it all the time because I mean, everything, I have fallen in love with this area, with the people, with the support, with the community, and with these dreams that have come to life. And this is, you know, he's like, you know, we're never going to leave here, are we? And I'm like, no, I'm a Tuscola lifer.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, what he said could not have been any more opposite for me. I have so put down roots in this area, and I have fallen in love with this area, and I have had the best support and encouragement, and the people and just the love has been just beyond anything I've had anywhere, any other place I've ever lived.
And how long have you been back? How long did you say?
I've been here for about 10 years.
Oh,
now.
okay. All right. And since you got here, like, I kind of feel like things have changed so much from that 10 years ago to now. I feel like there's so much more of a support in the community. There's so many more things that are happening around here. It's kind of like in the past 2 years, we got like a new breath of life here in Caro. So there are opportunities like at the Harvest Your Craft, and, you know, now we've got the farmers market that's open downtown, not downstairs. Don't go to the Harvest being like, where's your,
Where's the market?
where's your speakeasy market at? Like Heather said, it's here. But, you know, there's just so many different things that are available. And when you get involved with all these different artists and you learn, oh, there is so many different places that I can actually play at, and that people will come and enjoy themselves. So,
Well, speaking of local support, it's the top of the hour, and we have to give some shout outs because we love supporting local.
Yeah, we absolutely do.
You got those? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and start out because I was just talking about the farmers market, not the speakeasy one, the real one,
right.
at Market Square. I just want to give a shout out to Lauren Amal, who does the farmers market. If you guys are interested in doing a drop in, Tuesdays are done now, but Saturdays are still going until October 29th. Which is 9 to 2.
Yes.
I did it. I should know this. I'm a vendor there. But if you're interested in maybe setting yourself up for next year to be able to be a part of the farmers market, you can get a hold of her at 989-673-7671, extension 5229.
Very nice.
Also, another booth buddy of mine at the farmers market of ours, because
Yes.
Tony and Dawn also help out at the farmers market.
No,
Appreciate them.
It's indentured servitude.
Shout
There's no
out.
helping.
I appreciate you guys. Kenny's Baked Goods, custom cookies and baked goods. Kenny Earl is up there every Saturday and has been doing Tuesdays as well. So many different good cookies.
And Kenny
Two gluten-free kinds.
She sells crack. It's not cookies.
Yeah, it is. It does. They have a shirt that says your cookie dealer
Yes,
on it. I'm just
cookie
like,
dealer.
you're not wrong. 'Cause they have two different gluten-free ones that I am able to have. Monster cookie and a no-bake cookie that they make that are gluten-free. But there's so many other options if you don't have to worry about the gluten. So go
it's
check
crack.
them out.
It's
They do
amazing.
custom orders as well. Some of the really cool cookies that they made recently are Harry Potter themed ones. Those ones turned out really nice.
Those
So
are really
yeah, get in touch with them at 989-660-4534 or just come up to the farmers market.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I want to give a shout out to Stone Cottage Farm of Mayville, where they make amazing goat milk soap. Also are part of farmers markets, not necessarily the Carroll one at this point, but they do go, I believe, to Flint Farmers Market in Davison. Probably just Flint because I'm probably wrong on that. But you can watch their you can find out what they have on Facebook if you follow them at Stone Cottage Farm Mayville. Or you can go to www.etsy.com/shop/Stone Cottage Farm Soap and see what kind of soap they have available.
I literally just put my order in and got some amazing. In fact, I think I completely forgot to put my shower bag away.
Also, Pipe Dream Gaming is joining in and says hi all.
Hi all, how you doing?
Hi.
But yeah, the soap is amazing. I got the coffee cinnamon stuff. And then I got the
My
plantain
favorite.
swirl, which is amazing because it's got
Yes.
plantain and then activated charcoal.
Plantain salve from them is amazing as well.
Oh God, yes.
You
It's
can
great.
also catch them. I forgot. You can also catch them at the Enchanted Forest, which is the Mid Michigan Renaissance Festival outside of Vassar, not Caro.
Between
not Vero.
Vassar and Frankenmuth.
There we go. Thank you. I'm done. I'm spent.
All right, so to shoot it over to me, I'm going to give a shout out to Harvest Your Craft. They are on Facebook, which is amazing, and it says
Yes.
they're closed now, so that's kind of poopy. But
They have
they are located.
hours.
I know they do. That's what I was going to read the hours.
Jeez.
I know, right? It's 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. So, they are located at 157 North State Street in Caro, Michigan. It's amazing. They have top quality food, amazing coffees, tea, you name it. It's there, and it's all made right there in front of you. So go check it out. Support local. They have incredible stuff.
Shout out to whoever makes the gluten-free cinnamon muffins.
Right? Those, like, that's
I get
more
one.
crack.
I get one probably every time I go up there.
Exactly. So you got to follow them on Facebook because they do all kinds of really cool stuff and post like, here's the September schedule. Check
Oh,
this
yeah.
out. So
Tell us.
they have, I'm going to go right to the open mic night one, which is right
Just right to it.
there. There it is. It is September. God. Okay. September 28th.
I'm going to write a new song called Bifocals.
Right, exactly. And they've got D&D, they got Under the Lights, they got all kinds of stuff. Oh, look at that. Relay for Life painting class at 6
Yeah.
p.m., $40 on the 16th. Isn't that amazing? It's like, Matt and Megan figure out how to go through and support the community and then actually do it, which is awesome because how many other local businesses do you know do that?
A lot.
They're pairing up with the Friends of the Caro Library to do a wine tasting event. Yeah.
I love
They've-
that they're bringing so many
Hell
things
yeah.
to our community. We
Yeah,
do
so
appreciate
they've
them.
got that. The Dart League that they do throughout the winter will be kicking
Yeah.
off soon. I got to be a fill-in last year
What?
for one day,
Nice.
for one night.
How
and
was it?
It was a blast. Megan kicked my butt. Her and her sister-in-law, and it was like, we don't know how to play darts, and then they would just like throw it and bullseye, bullseye,
Yeah.
bullseye.
Here's the thing. When you're shorter, it's easier.
Yeah. She's got some wicked skills. I'm just going to say.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
That's how I feel anyway. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dart
the last
League,
two
yeah.
people that I got to get to is Spray Tans by Nicole, who's absolutely amazing. We love Nicole. Nicole Babb, she is a mobile, as I drop the card, mobile spray tanning. You can text her.
Still
at-
interested in how that works, but yes.
I mean, it's mobile spray
Hey,
tanning.
that's awesome.
You can text her at 99-640-3138. That's how that works because Nicole is awesome. And then this one, do I have to do this one again?
I mean, it's up to you.
All right.
She doesn't care.
Dragonfly Boutique, who is at your local Caro Farmers Market. Actually, is a booth buddy. It's kind of fun. Right next to Kenny and between Jenna. Oh my God. But designs by Heather Edgington. That's this lovely lady right here. Smiles around. And she does custom orders. And you're on Facebook, right?
I am on Facebook, but don't go to the Dragonfly Boutique. Go to Dragonfly Boutique Caro.
There you
If
go.
you message me on Dragonfly Boutique, you're not going to get an answer because I can't get into that one. Also, that's why there's a Facebook page that still has a picture of me and Max on there. I don't like it. Anyway, I can't get into it, so there's that.
So there's that. But yeah, she does all kinds of unique upscale
More than
recycle
you need to know.
jewelry, and you actually have a new line right now.
I do.
What is your new
the
line?
crescent moon wreaths, I have those, and I also started doing like kind of enchanted forest stuff. I got little mushrooms and globe things with moss, which sounds really weird until you look at them. Dragonfly dust is back, which also sounds shady. Promise I'm not selling around the corner. It's actual little necklaces.
Yeah, it's not meth or anything.
And jewelry boxes that I repurpose.
Yes.
So yeah.
So come to the local farmers market, check that out, and you'll have all of that stuff posted online on the Facebook page.
Sure will.
After the market.
Sure it
So
will.
there's that. And
I'm up on
is that
that.
it? Is that all we had tonight?
That's it. That's
All
what
right,
we
cool.
got.
Well, back to you, Bob, in the studio.
Whoa.
You're not Bob.
I'm Bob. That's what everybody doing. I prefer to be called Robert, please.
Shout out to Rule of Cool. If you don't catch that joke, go
Robert.
check it out. That's
Yeah.
right. It's,
Oh yeah, check out the Rule of Cool.
that's right. It's Robert.
It's just Rule of Cool.
We're going to the split screen. So is it Rob, Bob, Robert,
Robbie.
and Robbie?
Yes. You'll have to watch it. We're on what episode now?
21, 22?
Yeah,
Something
that's
like
crazy.
that. I should probably know these things considering the fact that I write it down every time we
You
go
don't
live.
rate it.
I do because it's on the
I don't trust
program.
you. I don't trust you, the writing thing.
Yeah, well,
Saying.
hey,
But anyway, you should check that out. Also, you should check. Hey, do you have a Facebook page that you can be followed on?
yes.
I do.
there you
Weird
go.
Yeah,
stalkers from
yeah.
the
After somebody told me that they couldn't, I can't be booked if I don't, it's not official until you have a Facebook page.
Right.
So I finally did. It's Ashley K, Kay, Ashley K Music. And it's new.
Nice.
So
But you can follow, and then
can
when you
follow.
have stuff going on, they can see what's going on, where you're
Yep.
going to be.
Yep.
And then when you get some musics or
Yeah.
whatever put up there, they'll be able to see those, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing you just continue to keep on doing this and sharing with everybody.
Yeah, it's been a journey, but it's been a great one. And, a lot of it has to do, I've overcome so much self-doubt. And, I can sit here and, I've fed myself all of the, you're too old, or you can't do this, or you shouldn't, or you haven't been doing it for long enough and you have no business, pursuing or playing or all of it. I've said it all to myself. And
Right.
then I still have to realize that, every time I get up and play, it makes me so happy. And every time I write, it makes me so happy. And the people that I have met because of this have made me so happy. And why would I dare stop something that has brought so much light into my life? So when I stop playing the comparison game and, I stop comparing myself to everybody and just do it the way that I'm doing it, I'm not going to go down to Nashville anytime soon, but I am having one heck of a time,
Right.
just having fun and just taking the chances and the opportunity. And,
what it's about.
if I can show my children, just to go and do it and have fun and take the chance. And
Yeah.
It's the best gift that you can give,
Yeah.
honestly. And just, not to give up on yourself. We've talked about several times on here and Survivor Girl about how our heads get they're sometimes our worst bullies. Sometimes it's hard to get away from listening to the negative self-doubt, bad talk to ourselves. But if you can continue to see that light where it brings you joy, don't stop doing it.
yeah,
Don't stop doing it, because you are setting examples, not just for your kids, but for other people that they have a dream, that want to do that. They want to sing, they want to share with the world, and that gives them hope.
Yeah.
So
Now, what words of advice would you give other songwriters that are just starting out or have been doing it for a minute, or musicians that are just starting to pick up an instrument or have been doing it for a minute but still don't have the confidence or the courage? What would you tell them, being that you are still in the process of getting all of this stuff together and going out and doing it with what you know?
okay. I would say you're not as weird as you probably think that you are.
Well,
because
unless you're on Don't Make This Weird.
unless you're on Don't Make This Weird. Because that was, I thought that everything that I was doing, I thought I was doing it wrong. Because maybe I was doing it different than, I didn't pick up a guitar when I was 14, and here I am with my garage band at 36 years old. But it's okay.
Yeah.
However it is that you're doing it, it's okay. I can sit here and say, there's all these songwriters that, are, in Nashville or in LA, and they're writing all these songs, but they're still not writing the songs that I'm writing. So however it is that you're doing it, if it's working, keep doing it. Don't feel like you have to do it anybody else's way besides how you're doing it. I would also say to ask everybody for help, in everything, because everybody within this realm has an experience to share, or a tip or a technique or a piece of advice that somebody gave to them. Everybody has a little bit, a little nugget. And if you just collect, a little nugget from every single person, you're going to end up, with just a lot of gold. And don't be afraid to ask for that help, or to ask, what's the best, or what was the worst, or, just how do you do, X, Y, or Z? You're not going to know the answer if you don't ask. And then to just take the opportunities. And like I said earlier, that's been my theme this year, is that I just wanted to take, if the opportunity presented itself, I want to take it. And I don't want to say like, darn, shucks, I should have. And I did that earlier this year. My husband and I went to the Frankenmuth Family Fun Night, and we started talking with one of the musicians that was set up there. And, I said that I was a musician, and he was like, well, hey, do you want to sing a song with me? And I was like, no. It's so, no. And then the whole way home, I was like, why didn't I?
Right.
Why didn't I?
Right.
I've never had the opportunity for, another musician to say, hey, hop in, let's sing a song together.
Right.
And I turned it down.
Right.
And I was so mad at myself the entire way home. And I'm still, there's still a little bit of, regret there, because why?
Right.
Why did I not take that opportunity?
Exactly.
And so that's just take the opportunities, ask the questions, and just do it the way that you know how to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be my little nuggets.
There you go.
I guess
That's great advice.
to pass along.
That's great advice. Now, you talked about the singer-songwriter retreat. How does one get involved in that? Is it invite only? Is it,
No, they have a, if you go to the Port Austin Artist in Residence program, works with a musician out of Grand Rapids. His name is Nicholas James. He is so talented, so amazing. You have probably seen his orange 1970s VW bus when he comes to the Thumb area. But he is the instructor for this. This is the second year that they are doing it. So you can go to Nicholas James's website. It is under Huco Songwriting Retreat, HUCO. And they all, write differently, and they all, some, play music differently, and some didn't play music at all. Some, we had a guy there that he just is a creative writer, and he just wanted to be there for the writing aspect of it.
Right.
So we did these great workshops, and you're in Port Austin.
Yeah.
And Port Austin has become one of my most favorite cities.
It's a beautiful place.
Beautiful. And they really embrace the music, and the local musicians. And so then Saturday night, they put on a free concert to the community, and they encouraged all of us to go up and sing 2 of our original songs, which that in itself was, I remember at the end of last year when I did it, I think I did the Breakfast Club pose,
Yeah.
and I threw my arm up in the air because, I did it.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
awesome.
and it was step, and it was a big step. And I retreat weekend to come around again since, I drove home from it last year.
Yeah.
And it's just, I would encourage anybody who likes to write, or who is into songwriting, or who just wants to be around musicians. I can't say enough awesome things about the retreat.
Awesome.
It's great. And it's local, You don't have to go down to Nashville or to any of these other big, huge cities, or, it's right here, in our area.
I think that's where a lot of people get kind of that, thing of, well, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? How am I going to do this? I made the joke a long time ago when I was younger and started getting into writing and singing and everything. And I was like, who am I going to sing for? Farmer John?
Yeah.
And I know that sounds bad, but I'm like, well, what am I going to do here? And I lived in Cass City. I'm like, okay, but there are things in our area. There's so many talented musicians in our area, in the Thumb area, and in Michigan alone. But to know that there are these kinds of things, that gives hope to other people to be able to, oh, okay, so I can be a part of something like that. I just don't have to sing to the corn that's growing. That's awesome.
Yeah. And that was kind of a lot of how I felt, when I started getting, a handful of songs, I felt this pull to share them. But I didn't know how. And my first good group of songs, they're worship songs. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go, to church and see if I can play them at church. And, they had a special music night, and my first couple songs, my first couple performances that I ever done were originals at church, which I thought my heart was pounding so hard. I thought I was going to die. Like that was it. But as people say, the more you do it, the less nervous that you get. And that does prove to be true.
Yep.
And just from there, I just kept my eyes and ears open for other chances to play. And, I know that Lauren at the farmer's market, any musician that wants to come up, on a Saturday, and just play for tips and exposure, and experience can, and that's an awesome opportunity. And that's just great for anybody that's looking for that.
It's a good stepping point to be able to get yourself out there and try it and see how you feel and get comfortable with it.
Well, and that's what's pretty cool is we've been pulling some really great numbers this season at the farmers market. There's been about I think Lauren said the other day, about 900 to 1,200 people every Saturday there.
Yeah, it's been really, really
so
awesome.
having that kind of exposure, being a local musician, is pretty freaking awesome. So
yeah, and it's, I have come to find that the farmers market is a really wonderful place to, do some good practicing, and getting that experience built up, because people, they're not there really to watch you, so you don't have the pressure of people like staring back at you saying, they're going about their day. And then, when you see someone singing along, to, a cover that you're doing, it's fun. And then you really get into it. And just the vibes of the farmers markets are usually just so happy. You can't help but be happy.
Yeah.
And,
right.
Always after those first couple songs, the nerves go away and you enjoy the day. And it is a great place to go play.
And you still get to sing for corn. It's just differently. People are buying it.
Yeah.
So.
Or strawberries or
Right. So, see, positivity. That's what's most important.
Well, and what better audience can you sing to than a bunch of ear corns? At least they're listening, right?
I see what you
That's
did
how
there.
that
That was corny.
You're welcome. Dad jokes for days.
Yeah. Dad joke champion. I guess I had one thing left in chat
What you
over
got?
here. Mike said, "Got to run." Great show.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That's what we do.
Yeah. So we are super glad that you were able to join us. And was this your first podcast interview?
Yeah.
Well, you did amazing. We're thankful for you to be here and to share your wisdom and to be able to get out there more and to share where you're going to be going. So we're looking forward to seeing you play and continue writing songs and hopefully maybe here in the studio would be awesome.
Yeah. Everybody's going to have to come out Relay for Life on the 17th to come see how they're sing.
Put it on your
It's
calendars.
not just me.
Yep.
It's not just me, folks. But yes, we'll be out there and going to do the Survivor Walk, which is very important. And just the support. Just support.
Yep.
So
Now,
come on out.
where is the Relay for Life going to be this year?
It's going to be at the farmer's market where all the cool stuff happens.
Market Square.
At the market.
Yes. So
Yeah.
it's going to be there this year, which is different.
Yep.
It's usually out at the school. So and I think Relay has changed in the past years. So it's not necessarily as big as it used to be, but enough to where they're still getting people to
Right.
come in, donate time and everything, which is amazing. So many people, so many different, organizations and things that go into doing this. Different teams. There's a lot of teams that are putting this on. And a shout out to Dawn. She made me an honorary luminary. Which
Nice.
She sent me a picture of. I was like, oh, thank you.
So now,
thinking
what
of me.
time is all of this stuff going down for the?
That's a good question.
4 o'clock
4
on
o'clock.
the 17th.
All right.
4 o'clock.
So you're going live at 4 o'clock, huh?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Good to know.
I believe they're bringing somebody in to do the national anthem because we were all too scared.
I've been asked that like several times to do that, like at the Speedway, Owendale, whatever, and I'm just like,
Do it, Heather.
no.
Don't let her fool you. She
I'm
can
gonna
sing amazing.
crack that like puberty vocal. I'd be like, oh man, nobody will forget that.
Isn't that
Start
the
your
point?
engines, yeah.
Isn't that the point? Like, we're going to the split screen for a minute.
What?
Isn't that the point of completely shitting the bed when you sing something like the Star Spangled Banner? Because everybody knows it.
Right.
And you have one time
No
where
pressure.
you completely destroy it. And then
I
after
don't
that, you're
wanna-
like, I'm good. I got this.
I don't want to be the person known as the destroyer of the national anthem.
I played the national anthem for one of the
That's different.
wrestling things.
You
and I
played it.
No, but here's the thing. I completely shit the bed because I forgot the whole entire middle part of it
Oh.
because I practiced it in the wrong key. Nobody's like, oh my God, what the hell are you doing? Get off the stage.
Why are you like this?
Exactly.
That's what I would have said anyway.
Why do you suck?
But it's good that they're bringing somebody else in for that torch because I don't
mean,
blame
there's
you.
that.
I really don't.
I mean, it is what it is.
Someday maybe, but at this point I'm like,
You totally need to do it. I'm telling you. You can sing.
no, I
great.
don't need to.
Do it.
It's not like a thing that has to happen.
So those of you in chat that agree with me, you have to throw that out there so Heather has to.
Well,
do it.
I already have enough challenges.
Right, I
We're
mean-
still
I believe
working.
they've got somebody already.
That's
so
perfect.
She's off the hook
Thank you.
This time.
this time. Just wait until
I have
next
enough
year.
challenges, man.
Well, you still have to learn how to sing Master Exploder by Tenacious D.
So bad.
Because we're
Why?
when we get 1,000 followers on YouTube.
1,000. What are we at right now?
Yes, we're at 9,900.
Oh, we're not. 338. We are nowhere near it. I've got time.
Yes, but we've been adding like 5, 6, followers and likes and what have you. So before we get out of here, one last go around to the lovely Ashley K. Where can they find you and the events that you're going to be doing for here to the rest of the year, I assume?
Okay. My Facebook page, which is Ashley, ASHLEY, KAY. Ashley K Music.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I'm about to get, I just got some, that former drummer you had mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
He just did, we just did some pictures, which I'm super pumped about. So yeah.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he nailed it for what I was hoping for and the vibe that I was kind of going for. I'm generally this very happy, positive person,
There you go.
but I kind of wanted something a little dark and
gritty.
edgy. Yeah, and so he just totally he knew exactly what it was, and
Nice.
he knocked it out of the park. So I can't wait to share those, and hopefully get to the point where I'm posting some of my original music
And that's all going to be on your Facebook page.
That'll be on the Facebook page.
Okay.
Yep. And then, we've got the band, the Christian Graham Band is playing in Bad Axe on Saturday. It is a free community event. They're going to have food, inflatables, jugglers. Our band is playing at 11. And then there is a local artist from Bayport. Her name is Laura Dale. She is going to be playing as well that day. So bring the family out. It's supposed to be a beautiful day before a few days of rain.
Very cool.
And then Farmers Market, Relay for Life, Mode's Tavern in Bay City, and then Port Austin for the Songwriters Retreat. And the spots are limited on that. So if that's something that, sounds like you'd be interested in, don't overthink it. Just
Talk
just
yourself
go.
out.
Yeah,
Just do it.
You will
Just
be,
do it.
Yes, you will be so happy.
All right. Well, continue to go over there, follow her on her Facebook page, check out her page, and
Support local.
Support local. Absolutely. Love that. So thank you again for joining us
Thank you
tonight.
guys so much for having me. This is so much fun.
See, we told you it was harmless.
Yeah.
Just you completely ignore the camera and the microphone.
you just
you'll be
talk.
fine.
Just
I
hang
know.
out.
I think that can I take these home?
We'll
Tell
talk
my
about
kids,
that
I
after the show.
can't hear you.
I cannot hear. That's what I
Right.
do, but I'm the only one that lives there now. So yeah, I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, but your cats are assholes, so there's
No,
that.
they're not.
They totally are. He ate
I don't-
the internet cable.
Okay, that's true. He did do that.
See?
He was having anxiety, I think. New house.
I don't eat internet cables, and I have anxiety all the time.
I don't know.
We're
I
going to
ta-
the split screen
I
to
had
sign
a stern
off.
talking to him.
What did he say? That he
And then
wasn't
he went and
listening.
sat in my hat bucket.
See, exactly. That means he wasn't lit in his. He went to go shit in your hat bucket.
He didn't shit there. He just laid in it.
So
And
still-
just looked at me like, this is where I am.
That's the cat definition of fuck you. I don't care.
Probably. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We do appreciate you. We will see you again next Thursday. Don't forget to go check out all of the other stuff that we have going on, though, if you are just really missing us and you need to see us again. We have what going on?
We are episode 246.
Not what I meant, but that's good.
Right.
What else do we have going on, though? We have Guitar Fridays.
We have, we're going to go to the
That's
screen.
what I
real
mean.
quick. Okay, there we
Yeah,
go. Yes,
smart
I can
water.
count to
Get me
share.
that smart water. He needs it.
That's right. Do you want to give the list or shall
I'll go ahead and give the list. So,
Okay, go ahead.
Guitar Fridays, and then Tony goes into Chill Stream Saturday, where you can hang out, play MTG Arena online with him, kick his butt, make
Yep.
him look really, really bad.
Of course.
And then, no Sunday right now. Well, wait, is this still going?
This is my brain.
This is the kind of commentary you guys get with me. This is my brain podcast. Check that out. Don't know the times on it. I'm really bad at this.
Tuesday night last
And
year.
then also on Friday, Initiative Impossible starts at 6:30. I will not be there tomorrow night, unfortunately,
You
to
suck.
end the campaign for Stranger Things. But the guys are continuing on without me. So you get to check that out. And then also go back around. And on Tuesday, we got Really Cool.
Yes. And Mondays, we have Suck My
Oh,
Deck.
Suck My Deck on Mondays when it happens.
Well, I mean, we've been doing it every other Tuesday, so. or
Monday.
Yes. See, words.
Get that man a smart one. Anyway, guys, thank you.
water!
Thank you for tuning in. We do appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for subscribing and liking, hitting that bell.
That's what we do.
Jumping in on chat and adding some commentary there as well. We do appreciate it. But as always, guys, remember,
What?
keep it weird.
Bye!